Right, welcome back to a video I don't really want to make, but I'm gonna make it so that you guys can learn from a big mistake I made this weekend. I was traveling, I flew up to go shoot a 2-day precision rifle match, and I got disqualified yesterday. Well, I disqualified myself, and we'll get to why just now. And I'm making this video, even though I'm gonna look like a complete chop, I'm making this video so that nobody else can make this mistake, or at least we can try and minimize this, because I learned something that I didn't know, something about how my rifle works, but now I do, and I never make that mistake again. So anyways, without further ado, let me tell you what happened. So first day of the rifle match, shooting average, making a few mental errors, and I'm behind by I think 3 points after day 1. Day 2 starts off good. I catch up pretty quickly. I'm in the lead after about 6 stages. We worked it out. I was in the lead by 8 points, which is quite significant with 5 stages left to go. And we shoot a strong side, weak side stage, a weak side target at 400 meters and a strong side target at 500 meters. Now, for you guys that don't know what that means you're shooting with essentially your wrong hand on the trigger and your wrong shoulder with your wrong eye, and then you're switching back and forth. So 400 with the left shoulder for me, which is my weak side, and then 500 and so on. So it's a little chaotic, 90 seconds for 10 rounds, and I get to the end of the stage and I'm not quite sure because it was so chaotic, and obviously you're trying to win this thing, so you're going as quick as you can. And I think for some reason that I've only fired 9 rounds, and I go to proceed to grab a bullet from my 2-round holder, which is on the side of my rifle. Now this is a dummy round, it doesn't have a primary, and I use this to reload. So I always keep some bullets here for the occasion that you do for some reason not put enough rounds into a magazine. Just let me show you that this rifle is empty. Yeah, so I thought I only fired 9. I go without even thinking about it, put a round in, and I push my bolt forward. And as I do that, the stage officer says, listen, you fired 10, and I pull my bolt back, I take my magazine out, and I think I have a safe rifle, forgetting about the round that I put into the chamber. Now, here's where it gets very interesting, and where I got really stupid. So I walk over, I put my mag in my dump pouch, this is the state my rifle's always in after a stage. So I walk over to my bag. It was really windy and really dusty, so I always try and keep my rifle in the bag then. And we weren't super critical on each other for actually putting in the chamber flag before you can leave the line of fire. Now that's lesson 1. That shouldn't even be a negotiable anymore. We should all be doing that. And yeah, when you shoot a lot of rifle matches, I guess you get complacent. And I walked up to my bag. I always carried my rifle like this, so it's easier to handle. And my mag was empty, and I did that, closed my bolt, and I pulled the trigger, and a round went straight up into the air. Now, at that point, I felt like I died inside. Yeah, it's really eerie feeling you get when something like that happens. Luckily, my rifle was straight up in the air. I wasn't pointing it down towards the ground, because obviously that would have made a giant explosion, like a hand grenade type of thing. I immediately made eye contact with a guy who was scoring in our squad, and we were both in utter disbelief as to what had just happened. Luckily, we were shooting this match in the Cradle of Humankind, which has a fallout zone of like, I don't know, it's endless essentially. There is nothing going on there. So, and it was really windy, so there was no real worry that the round would come down near where we were at, because the wind would take it immediately. And yeah, immediately I was like, okay, I'm out of this match, and in utter disbelief as to how that could have happened, because my mag was out, my bolt was back, I pushed my bolt forward, and there was a round in my chamber. Now, Warren from Gun Warrior came over, and yeah, he explained to me how that happened, and this was news to me, and let me show you how that can happen. Let me just pull out this guy. So, I did not know this, but on our modern extractors, now if you listen closely, if I put that round in and I push it forward all the way, okay, the extractor hasn't grabbed the back of the case yet. I didn't know that. Now if I start camming the bolt over, you will actually hear it'll go click as it grabs the back of the case. So listen to this. now it's grabbed the case, and I only had to cam the bolt a little bit. So if I come back now, that's what we want. And that obviously didn't happen. So yeah, I shot around straight up in the air like a cowboy, and all of a sudden it was like we were at a Saudi wedding. And yeah, it's a difficult feeling to explain, having done that, which is obviously extremely reckless, and it could have been very, very bad. And it's funny how the night before I was going to bed and I was praying and going like, please let us have a safe shoot, you know, all the things you ask for. And thinking back over the last it's been less than 24 hours since this happened, and thinking back, you know, I could have pointed the rifle down towards the ground and gone click, and we would have had a round go into the ground, and that would have been way worse. So I guess as far as a bad situation, this is kind of the best case scenario outcome. So I thought I'd get this video out there. I'm certainly never ever not using a chamber flag again at a match, or quite frankly anywhere. I'm going to start storing my rifles in the safes with chamber flags. I mean, I have a whole box full of them, so why wouldn't I be doing that? And yeah, that was the end of my rifle match. I stuck around, I spotted for the guys, they shot great. One of my friends ended up winning, which I'm super happy for Hardy, so that was cool. Also, I got to squad with like the best guys, which doesn't always happen, which was really cool to see them all shoot. But yeah, I'm super bummed, obviously from a safety point of view, that I made such a giant cock up. And yeah, I wish that it didn't happen, but it did happen. And you could have said, yeah, but had it not happened, you could have won the match. But yeah, I could also kill someone, so I quite frankly don't give a shit about the match. It is a bummer because it's an expensive little exercise to fly up, drive back and forth and fly back. It's a weekend away from my wife, which I always hate doing. I've been shooting a hell of a lot lately and I've been missing home, so to basically go there or waste a weekend was not good. And yeah, anyway, I thought I'd get this out to you guys. This is not our usual happy days video, but it shows you it can happen to anyone, so let's not get comfortable. Let's use chamber flags and make sure we hold each other accountable for safety. And that's quite simple. If somebody gets up from the firing line, we can help each other check and actually cycle the action to check that that rifle is empty, and then insert the chamber flags. Like, that should be how we all get up from a firing line. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone for sending the messages of support. And actually, yeah, I posted on my Instagram that I had an AD and I got disqualified. Now, if you're new to rifle terms and stuff, an AD is an accidental discharge. And that's actually not what I had. I had a negligent discharge, which is way, way worse. And I feel shit about it, but it happened and nobody got hurt, which we're super thankful for and grateful for. Yeah, super embarrassing. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this, and I gotta clean this baby up and put it away. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from shooting now, I think. I think I'm suffering from a bit of shooter's fatigue. Well, I can't really take a break, so last week, whole week hunting, last weekend flew up for a match. This weekend, or in 2 days from now, I'm driving to Namibia to do a week-long hunt there. I get back, I fly to Italy for a Swarovski event, so I apologize for the lack of videos. But yeah, after this sort of month, we'll be back to our once-a-week video. And hopefully more happy. Anyway, I'm gonna make another pot of coffee, because I got home at like 1-ish last night, only to find out that the stewards robbed Vettel of a GP win, or F1 win, and yeah, that was another bummer. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please comment down below. I'm probably gonna get crucified in the comments, but I'd rather do that and possibly help somebody not make this mistake than pretend it didn't happen. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video and I'll see you in the next video, and I'll be chatty Cathy as usual. So thanks for watching, bye.